Today we're going to be looking at ink washes, and it all begins with an ink well. This is an ink well. It's just a bottle that has ink in it. You will be getting ink poured into one of your palette's little circles, so I'll be coming around when you're ready. Some of you may not even be ready today, but this is what it looks like. It's called India ink, and it's used for drawing. Traditionally, it was used for calligraphy and writing, so it's kind of the cool ink that you see in old time movies where a person will dip into an inkwell or in with a quill or feather pen. Now, in order to do this exercise and in fact to make ink washes, you first of all need a circle palette. So here it is from above. I'm going to be putting ink in one of those little circles. They're called wells. So I'll be filling up one of the wells with black India ink. By the way, it is a really good idea to wear an apron because India ink will stain clothes. So I have a number of aprons hanging up on the wall. You're welcome to any of those. Next, I'm going to start to pour water into the other wells. So I'll leave the one with the India ink alone and I'll go to the other wells and I'll start to fill them up. Now, in a perfect world, I would try to control the amount of water flow coming out of that bottle. You can also use your water cup to pour because ideally you want to have incrementally less water as you move to the left or to the right, depending. Now I'm going to a paper and I'm going to lay out a value scale. The value scale is a 1 inch by 7 rectangle, so 1 by 7. By the way, the ruler itself is 1 inch, so you can kind of trace the ruler. You'll see me do that in just a moment. And then you want to divide up that 7 inch into those boxes. You need to have 7 boxes in total. That term value scale is going to come up time and again. We're going to be doing at least 3 of them. And it also presents itself in Art 2, Art 3, IB, AP, and into the professional art world. So it's something that it's good to start to understand now, but realize it's going to crop up again. And a value scale just is a scale in terms of light and dark. It's critical for conveying depth. I would like you to go ahead and number each box, so 1 through 7. And then the paper below, you're going to use that for testing. So that's your test area to check if your value is correct and where you want it to be. To begin with, you should go to box 7 because box 7 is pure ink. So that's the darkest black we can create, is just using the straight up pure India ink. And I actually started with a small brush, but I switched over to a wider brush. I recommend using a wider brush. It will take less time and it'll actually be a little bit more smooth. I do think the direction of your stroke is important. This is why we talk so much about stroke, because you want to make sure that you create a solid fill on something like this. So I would start with a vertical stroke and then go back over it with a horizontal. And again, you're just painting it in pure solid ink.